curiosity emergency. You want to know what's going to happen in the universe of Star Trek in the next year, and you came to the right place. Studio H, we are so happy to be back here at San Diego Comic-Con. Who is excited for today? We will have something new and something familiar from Star Trek, and I'm delighted to be your host today. We have an amazing panel in store, including exclusive news and exciting conversations with the casts and producers of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and some other thing called Star Trek Starfleet Academy. Oh, wait a minute. I'm in that. And I couldn't be more delighted to be back in Gene Roddenberry's optimistic vision of our future. So let us start now, and we're going to begin with Strange New Worlds. We're going to begin with Strange New Worlds. There we go. And welcome our producers, Alex Kurtzman, Akiva Goldsman, and Henry Alonzo Meyer. And now let us welcome cast members Christina Chung, Paul Wesley, Jeff Bush, Ethan Peck, and Rebecca Romaine.
Thank you very much for joining us. He's down there, Paul.
But wait a minute, guys.
Yay!
Where is Anson? Where is our Captain Pike?
Where is he?
Anson's not here?
Where is Captain Pike?
He's not, is he?
He's not here?
Not here?
He just had a baby, so he's not technically available.
But he sent, I think he sent some.
He sent someone in his
someone
stead.
in his stead.
He sent a
Yeah,
spokesperson?
He sent a spokesperson.
All right. Can we run that?
Okay.
Spokesperson.
Which might have had some unexpected, felt-like effects. But we look forward to learning about it in season 4.
So, our congratulations to Anson and his family and their new baby Violet. The next generation of Star Trek fans. You know, I can't wait to see the puppet episode. Oh, wow. Wow. Now,
Gotta get her on the show.
how did they have the Violet 90 in advance? I can't wait to see the puppet episode. Even Anson's puppet has amazing hair.
That's funny.
All right, I'm going to give some questions right now. Alex, 10 years ago this fall, it was announced that Star Trek was coming back to television with Discovery. Now, what has it been like, a decade later, to see the love and support for Strange New Worlds and for all of the other series in the franchise?
It's been, honestly, a dream that I couldn't even have imagined dreaming. First of all, thank you all so much for being such incredible supporters. It's unbelievable how many of you are here right now. Unbelievable. We think of you all the time when we're in the writer's room, and we're always talking about what will the fans want and love, and we listen to you, and we're just incredibly grateful. I mean, it's overwhelming. First of all, 10 years since Discovery seems very strange to me, but I look at the incredible artists that we've all, I get to work with, and just the artistry across the board is so amazing. And the thing that's so cool about our jobs is that you go to work and everybody loves Star Trek. Everybody loves what they do. They're so excited to be working on Star Trek. So Thank you for my 300th Comic-Con, and I am really just so grateful.
You know, as moderator, I just realized I'm in the cringy position of having to cut off my boss. Hopefully that'll never happen. For Akiva, it was recently announced that season 5 will be the final season of SNW. Wow. But there will be 3 more seasons. There's still 3 more seasons for fans to enjoy. Please talk us through your vision for this beloved series.
10 years ago, when my friend Alex asked me to come be drunk uncle on Discovery, its first season, I knew nothing about it. So I got on the internet and I tried to find out everything about it. And it turned out that it was going to be the thing I had always wanted to see, a show about Number 1 and Captain Pike. And then I got there and it was about none of those things. And from that moment on, we started having this idea of those great lost years that exist in all of our headcanon and in ancillary canon, but had never really gotten much of a chance to be on screen. So what we've tried to do is try to reach back to Pike's Enterprise and instill in it the kind of storytelling values we have today, and bring us right up to Kirk's first day on the job. And that is our hope, and that is our plan, and we plan to get you there. And then if you like us enough, you just write, "Dear Skydance and Paramount, we know you still have the sex. Don't you want to make Star Trek Year 1?
Henry, I'll have a question for you in just a moment, but first off, for any of the actors, we know Strange New Worlds loves to play with different genres. Is there a favorite genre? This is for any one of you that you've explored thus far.
I think the musical episode. I mean, come on.
Yes.
I second that. From what you've seen, that's my favorite. I think that's the one that terrified me the most and then was the most enjoyable to jump into.
Any other? Well, I understand there is a fun murder mystery episode that is coming up in the next week. Is that true?
Yeah, murder mystery. I play the detective.
What else? Henry, about this fun murder mystery, is there anything else that you might tell us about it today?
Yeah, there's a lot to describe. It's a really fun episode, and I could go into great detail, but I think it would be more fun to just to show you guys. Show it to you.
All right, that's a pretty exciting offer. I'm going to watch it myself. Now, stick around for after the end of the episode because we have some exciting new things with the Strange New Worlds cast and the Starfleet Academy cast coming up. So enjoy the screening. Their regular role and have fun like this. I can't tell you what a joy it is. And how about that romantic ending? All right, I'm going to be rejoined in just a minute with the executive producers and the cast of Strange New Worlds. Let's welcome them out. By the way, that episode was directed by my longtime friend, Jonathan Frakes. I called Jonathan on the phone and I said, Jonathan, you have the best people skills of anyone I have ever met. Some of us have to just get by on superior intellect and extraordinary beauty, but I admire your skills. Anyway, you've reassembled here. All right, how much fun was it, Paul, to make this murder mystery episode, and tell us what taking on the role of Kirk has meant to you.
Wait, what? I missed that.
All right, let me say that again. How much fun was it to make this murder mystery, and what has it meant to you, taking on the iconic role of Kirk?
Oh gosh. Well, I'll start with the first part. I've been doing this for like over probably 25 years, and that was the most fun I've ever had shooting anything, and working with Jonathan Frakes was just such a treat. He's such a ball of energy and joy, and he's such a brilliant director, and we all just had the best time. And then as far as, playing Kirk, I mean, it is, I'm so unbelievably honored. I can't express how deeply grateful I am for the opportunity. I'm trying my best to do everything that I can to pay respect and homage to what William Shatner created. And you know, we just try to have fun and do the best job we can.
I wonder if he'll see it.
What's that?
I wonder if he'll see it.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I'll DM it to him.
I think he has to. Yes. We're all going to make sure he sees it, right? All right, this is a question that I'd like both Christina and Jess to answer. Tell us a favorite moment from season 3.
I think season 3 was definitely all the dancing I had to do with Ethan. They were all different ballroom Latin styles that we've done throughout the season, and getting to do that, I started off as a dancer, and getting to do that as La'an and bring that into her character was just a huge gift that I asked for and they gave me. But yeah, it was incredible. We spent like 74 hours rehearsing outside of normal hours, and it was just so much fun.
Jess?
Mine was actually from this episode. The shot where Sunny Lupino dies on the couch and we all run over to her to check if she's okay. We were shooting that for a long time because Babs could not keep it together. And Rebecca's death was getting longer and longer every time.
Yeah, I milked the death scene a lot. It kept getting more and more elaborate.
Babs's laugh is the most infectious thing you've ever heard in your life. It's really hard not to catch on to it. And to add to that, Jonathan Frakes was hiding behind that palm tree in the left of shot. In the shot, crouched behind the fern and trying to get us to not break. And like, he was waiting there, and then when there was one where we didn't break at all, and he goes, "You guys are doing so great." Before he cut, it was just like, oh, that episode, it was just the most fun every single day.
Ethan, we still have the 4.5 Vulcans episode coming later this season. What was it like no longer being the only Vulcan in the crew? And did you have any advice for the rest of the cast to help them prepare for playing Vulcans?
Well, Spock being only half Vulcan suffered a lot of bullying on that episode because it's shameful to be human, right? As a Vulcan for Vulcans. But it was really fun, and it's funny because I spent so many hours with these people as they are now, to see them transformed into Vulcans. I had this bizarre sense of family. Like when you look into the face of family, you have this profound experience, and I had that when they had their ears and their eyebrows. So it was pretty wonderful. I gave a little bit of advice. They didn't really need it. They've been around me long enough.
I think it was very surprising to see what kind of Vulcan they each became, because they all had a very specific brand of Vulcan, and I didn't see that coming.
Rebecca, you have had a busy summer shooting both Strange New Worlds and Avengers Doomsday simultaneously. What is it like being in 2 monster franchises at the same time?
It's surreal and overwhelming, and I'm very grateful to this production for working it out with the other production that I was able to participate in both. It's been very exciting, and a lot of time on their plate.
Well, I think that is the only thing that's going to drag me away from my, Paramount Plus channel is going to run out to see Avengers Doomsday. Big fan of that franchise as well. So, I have a question for our producers, Akiva, Henry, or Alex. Any one of you or all of you take this. Strange New Worlds. What other wild things are in store for this season? You've already had a puppet episode. How do you outdo that for weirdness?
Oh no, we won't.
So no other, there are things you just can't tell us. You're not at liberty to tell us the other strange things.
Well, there are more changes to come this season. There's more things that we try to do that we've never done before. There's a couple of episodes coming up that will be a big surprise. And season 4, we have some really crazy ones. Like the puppet is only one of them, which is the craziest part.
Anime, one an anime episode. Did you hear that?
We love anime.
I said right before you guys came back on stage, it is such a delight for me as a fan of your show to see your actors step outside of their regular characters like that. It is really, I can see them enjoying themselves, and it's a great treat for the audience. So thank you all. Let's give it up for the cast of Strange New Worlds. Thank you. thank you. Now,
Thank you so much.
everybody is free to go, except you guys. Alex, I'm sorry. I need you for something. I have an idea for an opera duet between Star Trek's greatest villain, Khan, and Kirk. Now, I'll play Khan because I'll be the baritone and you're going to play the tenor part. So here's what I do. I go, Kirk, my old friend. And then you sing this amazing aria that ends on a high B. What do you think?
No.
Okay, that was my pitch, guys. That's it. All right.
But I am.
Are you?
But I am very glad that you brought up Khan because it's been almost 40 years, over 40 years since Wrath of Khan was in movie theaters, and the great Nicholas Meyer decided to do a podcast for Khan. And so, based on a story by Nick, written by our beloved Kirsten Beyer and David Mack, starring many amazing people, one of whom is Naveen Andrews from a little show called Lost that you may have heard of, and he's here to introduce what it will be.
Hello, San Diego Comic Con. My name's Naveen Andrews, and I'm honored to be voicing the iconic Khan Noonien Singh in Star Trek's new scripted podcast series. And here's a first look at the trailer for Star Trek Khan. Enjoy.
It has personally been a treat for me not only to be a part of it, but to get a front row seat to watch the future stars join our Star Trek family. But first, Alex, would you please reintroduce your partner in crime?
Yes, I'd love to welcome to the stage my co-showrunner, the never late, always great Noga Landau.
Welcome, Noga. And I am jazzed to welcome some of the incredibly talented cast that I get to call my new friends. Starting with, please welcome Kareem Day-Unay as J.M. Gray.
Give it up, people, give it up!
Welcome Bella Shepherd as Genesis Live. Welcome George Hawkins as Darren Ramey. Welcome Carice Brooks as Sam. And welcome Sandro Rasta as Caleb Meir. And finally, please welcome to the stage the Captain and Chancellor of Starfleet Academy, Academy Award winner Holly Hunter. All right. First, a question for Alex and Noga. Can you share just a little bit about the show and what fans can expect? Maybe talk a little about how you've worked to make this show appeal to both new and returning Star Trek fans.
Hi. Well, I mean, first of all, it's set in the 32nd century. So it takes place in a time right after the burn, if anyone's familiar with that. But it's a time of rebuilding. And it's a time when the generation of Starfleet cadets that you're going to meet here, the world has to be fixed. And a lot of the responsibilities of that lies on their shoulders. It was a very intentional choice because a lot of the generation who's alive right now who would be going to Starfleet Academy if there was a Starfleet Academy, that's a similar thing to what they would be going through.
Yeah, I think we look at the generation now that is inheriting all of these, all this division and all of these major issues, and I think what we felt was that we wanted to create a show that anchored us back to Roddenberry's essential vision of hope. How do you find it? How do you rebuild it? So this is the first Academy class back after 120 years of a closed Starfleet. They have a tremendous amount on their shoulders, and their mission is to reinstate the original vision of Star Trek. And it's really exciting to also have all these teachers who are really, really fun. Like our rule on the show was the teachers have to be as interesting and as fun as the cadets. So if you've seen Harry Potter, obviously the teachers are a huge part of it, and they're just as entertaining, and that was really how we wanted to build it. So it's pretty fun.
Well, can you, I don't know, tell us anything else or show us a little?
I mean, we could. Do you guys want to see a trailer? So, okay, we'll show you a trailer. The thing you need to know about this trailer is that these people have not seen it. They have never seen it.
Nothing.
We just finished it. So, here is your first look at Starfleet Academy.
You know, I was there, and I'm blown away seeing that. So, all right, a few questions because we you know at 2 o'clock my hollow emitter goes away and I disappear. Welcome, Holly. Welcome to Star Trek. We are so excited to have you join our family. You get to be both a chancellor and a captain. What is it like trying to lead this group of cadets?
Well, first off, I'm so thrilled to be here with you all, and it's just very exciting. And I think that it was really interesting to get the offer to be the captain, but then also to combine that with being the chancellor. It was an interesting dichotomy and an interesting challenge because the captain is there to command and to analyze in emergency situations and then to delegate. And the chancellor is there to guide, to collaborate, and to have tremendous empathy. And so it was just a wonderful combination of things that it brought out in me, but in all of us, you know. I mean, each relationship that I have with each of you is so particular, it's so private, you know. That's the cool thing about the show, is the massive scale of the show, combined with this incredible intimacy that we all have with each other, and an intimacy that we all have as a group. So, yeah, it was a privilege.
Sandra, we just learned on that badge that your character's name is Caleb and you are human. What brings Caleb to Starfleet?
Well, Caleb starts off in a different place from the other cadets. He starts off being disillusioned by Starfleet. He's grown up without an institution or institutional help for 13 years. So he's been surviving on his own. He's been on the run for his entire life. So I think what is special about Caleb, and what was special to play Caleb, was to enter Starfleet as an outsider and to become introduced to Starfleet's values of connection, community, working together for a higher purpose, together to better yourself as a group, not just as an individual. That was what was special about Caleb. And he's also on a journey of his own to find his mother. He's an orphan, he's a space rat. And the only way that he can find his mother, which you will learn, is he is given an opportunity to become a cadet at Starfleet, thanks to Holly Hunter's character. And that's where the journey begins. So you're going to be entering Starfleet through the eyes of Caleb, who is an outsider, and it was an honor to play that role for you.
All right. Carice, tell us a little bit about Sam. I know that you and I have some fun together this season, but is there a scene that stands out to you as a particularly memorable moment?
Wow. First of all, y'all, I'm up here crying. That was our first time seeing that. Like, that was insane. That was literally insane. I mean, you don't have to but like that was like fire, bro. Like that was insane. Oh, thank God. I'm literally fighting back tears right now. Oh.
We all love her energy.
God damn. The question was about Sam. My character, she's such a breath of fresh air for me to play. She brings absolutely no baggage, so she's like a fresh newborn to so many experiences. And so she is just like, she brings such a freshness and a levity to so many things because there's no like, you know, when you grow up a certain way, you may react to certain things a certain way. It's because of like your environment and how that shaped you. No environment has shaped her. She's literally being shaped in front of your very eyes. And I think that has required at least me to bring to let go of my stuff and whatever I'm carrying, and to be able to do that, to honor Sam, has been the honor of a lifetime. Oh God.
Carice, what kind of cadet are you?
I'm a Caskian.
Which is?
I am a photonic, I'm a hologram. So, yeah. So with that being said, Sam is programmed to feel a certain age, but she was literally only created like weeks ago. So when she's like a newborn, everything is so fresh to her. And that is just the most magical thing to go from, because you're back in a childlike state. And children, you know, anatomically, your bones aren't formed yet. So, and not that like, I guess holograms don't have bones, but like,
all right.
Like, emotional bones, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I want to get through, everyone give them a chance to answer a question. And if we start talking about holograms, I'll never shut up. So, George, you played Darum, and it seems that there are a lot of rivalries at Starfleet Academy. What can you share about that?
I love you so much, Bob. You're smashing it, mate. You're smashing it. Darum is defined by competition, and he's defined by pressure. He comes from status, and he comes from a lot of expectation. And the Academy is sort of like an instrument for that. It's an instrument for him to exercise that pressure and exercise the expectation on him. So when he comes to the Academy and he meets cadets like this, he wants to run them over. He wants to compete and he wants to be the best.
Kareem, you played Jaden, a Klingon. How did you prep for this role? And was this your first time wearing prosthetics?
This was definitely my first time wearing prosthetics. I never did nothing like this before in my life. It was challenging. It was definitely a challenge. You know, it took me like 4.5 to 5 hours every single day to get ready. I had to be up at 1 a.m., you know, in that chair, prosthetics, hair, makeup, contacts, a costume, shoes, like it was a lot. Bodysuit, like yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces. But we have the most incredible prosthetics team, y'all. Brandy, Michael, Lori, Sean, Nicola, like really held it down, and they cut that time in half. So by the end, I was in and out of there in like 2 hours, which was really helpful. Also, I got the chance to talk to Michael Dorn. That's what up. Like icon, right? Right before I went into costume for the first time. So I literally like talked to Worf before I went to become a Klingon for the first time. It was cool, it was iconic, and he gave me a lot of really great advice, and he gave me confidence as well. I also got the chance to talk to Doug Jones, which is really cool. Another icon, right? And he's been doing this for so long, so he gave me a lot of advice that I used while I was filming. So I just had so much support from everyone around me that made this process really seamless. And we created this sick Klingon, guys. I can't wait till y'all meet him. He's awesome. Yeah.
You cannot see counsel from better people than Doug Jones and Michael Dorn. So that was very smart. Bella, finally, you played Genesis, but tell us, did you have any familiarity with the Star Trek franchise before?
Of course. No, growing up, my grandfather was actually my prominent father figure, and so I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house. And he would always either watch old westerns, of course, or Star Trek. And now I feel like so incredibly honored that I get to be a part of something that I relate so closely to the people I hold dearest in my heart. And my character Genesis, she has such a specific relationship with her father as well. So it's cool that I get to kind of play on that in my work and connecting the Star Trek universe now to my job and my family. It's amazing. I'm so excited.
What kind of species are you, Bella?
What?
What kind of species are you?
Oh, I'm a Darsha, brand new species that no one's ever seen before. So I'm very excited. We've spent a lot of time in the prosthetics trailer together, and it's better than anyone could have ever asked for. It's been amazing. I can't wait for you guys to see.
All right, we are down to less than 3 minutes. Alex, you directed our first 2 episodes. I remember I was there. What was it like working with this cast and setting the vision for this series?
I mean, this cast, you guys, I gotta tell you, to a person, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, sitting in the editing room, having just an incredible amount of options. They're so excellent. Excellent, every single one of them. And what was really incredible was that we have Holly, we have Paul Giamatti, we have Tatiana Maslany, we have Bob, we have Tig, we have Gina, we have all these incredible actors who are veterans, and then we have some people who literally, I'm not kidding you, 2 weeks before we started shooting, we pulled Sandro out of drama school. That's how, like, we just had the whole gamut. So it was just an incredible thing. I wanted to say a couple things about the trailer, but I want to give Noga a chance to talk.
Oh, yes.
What am I talking about?
No?
Do you want to know what alien species I am?
Yes.
I'm a Q.
We're down to our last minute and a half.
All right, so guys, I'm sure there's been some questions about the trailer in terms of what did I just see up there? Why is there a ship that's landing in San Francisco? And the answer is the school is a ship.
Spoiler alert.
Wait. And the ship is part of the campus in San Francisco. So they go to class in San Francisco, they go to class in the ship, and because resources are lighter in the 32nd century, think of it like a teaching hospital. The ship gets to deploy with the fleet in real life situations so they can learn in the field. So this is not just theoretical classrooms. You're going to see Star Trek episodes where we meet new species. You're going to see Star Trek episodes that are about diplomacy. You're going to see Star Trek episodes where these cadets, who are not yet captains, are learning who they are and how they fit into Starfleet. They can make mistakes in ways that if you're already a captain or if you're already in Starfleet, you really can't. So these characters get to do unique things in that way. There's been a lot of questions about what is Paul playing. Paul is half Klingon and half Tellarite. Okay.
We
gotta wrap it up, guys.
So real quick, Paul Giamatti, y'all.
Starfleet Academy is coming to Paramount Plus early in 2026. You've been a great audience. Thank you so much.